Yeah, good evening, everyone. How are you all doing? I hope everybody is fine. And happy Sunday to you guys. And I hope you all can hear me. It's good to be here again today. I'm so happy to be here talking to you guys too. So today is going to be like always a very good day and also a busy day. But we just have to push and we just have to do everything the way we are supposed to do. Oh yeah, we're trying to do today. Yeah. Who is pouring oil? Me person, somebody should bring Maggie. I think I have salt here. That's fine. I believe everybody's also good. We're actually going to fry dodo today, anyways. So I hope everybody's happy to fry dodo along with me. Becca, well done. Yeah, thank you very much. Everybody, good morning, good evening, good evening. I'm greeting you guys too. Yeah, Anas, Esther, Ugozi, Babalola, Omotayo, everyone, just good evening. Good evening. Daniel, good evening. Happy Sunday to you too. Okay, yeah, let's just start. Let's just kickstart the call. So, first and foremost, I'll just attend to the questions I have here, and so that I'll be able to move faster since I plan on doing a very lengthy 2 hours call, but I hope we just finish. If we are not going to be able to finish what we scheduled for today, probably we'll continue on Thursday. So good and fine. So the first one, someone is asking, how are we going to put the logo at the top layout for the week 4 task? Okay, the logo for the week 4 task. Let me see. Let me log into my Zuri board. And I think I would also use 15 to 20 minutes to clarify about this week 4 task. Let me log into my Zuri board. W2. Yeah. Wow, project phase cutoff mark is 80%. Well, I'm just saying this. So that means everybody needs to attain almost 80% to get to project phase. I hope you guys make it to that phase. Okay, so I will start with this. So the said you create this, that's the card. Oh, I hope all of you have seen the design. So probably no need for me to really open the update. This is the design they say people should create. For that, there are two designs actually. So this is one. To get the image for this is in a folder here. And how you can locate it, just clicking on this folder. Once you have this folder, come to layout task. Layout task. In the layout task, you'll see images somewhere around here. Let it just load up. You'll see images. Maggie said to do. Don't mind me. I'm going to be a very ridiculous cook. Don't mind me. I don't really know how to prepare something though, but I think we all move. So this is the images that you need for the assignment. This is everything you need for the assignment. Is it the images, then flexbox, then you get to this. I hope you just ask me for how to put the images. Well, I'll show you how to put images on websites today, but you would also get rid of that. So week 5, I had somebody also asking about this week 5 assignment. You have to go and watch first. This is the week 5 assignment. They said everything you've done, you should push it to GitHub. Yeah, Paul, good evening. Yeah, okay. Week 4 tax. Someone is asking, push all what you've done into this place. Oh, this should be something like this. Then set up your username.md. Well, you have to watch that GitHub pro what's it called task. So is it task resources? Then if you don't understand the GitHub resources, then you can reach out to me. or any of the other mentors. But it's expected that you watch that GitHub resources before you can do this. Watching that GitHub resources would allow you to be able to do this, and it will be easy for you. This is a very easy 6 mark. So don't joke with it. Ensure that your README is there, and ensure that you have 2 branches on the repo, because there are about 3 tasks already. So just do this. 3 branches named week 1, week 2, week 3. So sorry, week 3, week 4, week 5. So just do this, and you will be very, very, very safe, and you'll be good to go. So with all this being said, let me move to the next task, the next topic that somebody is having. We said, please, can you explain the style guide for the week 4 task? Okay, the style guide for the week 4 task. So this is the style guide. Let's just open up. Okay, so they told you the layout for the mobile, there's mobile. Well, I saw the mobile somewhere. Okay, mobile. Yeah, the mobile should be from 375, like, but a normal mobile should be around 600 downwards. So just make sure that your mobile is responsive enough. Then the desktop should be the maximum of this. Then the colors, this is the primary color they are expected to use, any color you need. Then the other neutral color, because you are rebuilding something, so you need all this. Then the body color, the font weight, all this, because it's a flex box. So this is what exactly you need for the layout. I think what you need to understand first is understand all what this concept means, what font weight means, what color means, what response is about responsiveness. This one is just colors. Then typography is the, what is it called, font size and font weight. So I think it's not very difficult to understand if you understand the basics and the meaning of what you're expected to do. Okay, good and fine. And I think I have the last question. Oh, I just got graded one of my tasks and it was given to material. The reason for the two is that I don't use enough word and it's less than 100. Okay, one of the things that the criteria when you actually do assignment, yes, everything may not be clear, but it's supposed to be spelled clearly for you. And I know that some of these things are not fully your fault, like that, mistakes and all that. But I actually tell the person who got 2 out of 3, well, just only for like I said from the beginning of this cohort, don't be focused too much on whatever you score. Your focus is just to improve. Improvement is the key. I'm getting the question from, what is it called? Somebody asking where am I getting the question from? From the form. From the form. There's the form that is on your, what is it called, that you're expected to submit. Uh-huh. Okay. I signed up with Google account, but I was trying to with my mobile. I only have email sign up option. Oh, Vic Bassi, I'm not sure I really understand. You sign up with Google account, you're trying to access your mobile. I'm not sure that should be an issue. If you are using the correct email, it should actually log. It should work. It should work. Then please, how do we get the colors for the containers for the before task? Yes, you can get the colors through the way I just showed you. Now the colors I showed you. Then one extension I would advise everybody, a front-end developer, to have is this extension. It helps. Color picker. That's the name. Color picker. Colorzilla is Colorzilla. Color picker, Colorzilla. You see it. I advise you people to try to download that extension. Or color picker extension, and I'll tell you how good that color picker extension is. You can pick colors from page depending on what you need. So you don't even need that, what is it called, maybe to follow the colors, but you can pick it, good and fine. See, any color I have about this, and then I just click it, and then I just click on it, and then I just hovering on it, ensure that I'm hovering on it. Then I have the color I have on the form. So let me see if I want it. Okay, code and missiles. Oh wow, thank you very much, Chidube. Then please, I'm having most of my tasks on marked. Nelson, you surely be graded. Just be rest assured, you surely be graded. No task will be left ungraded. You'll be graded. Please, ASCO has called us strike. How do you manage the task timeline and school now that both are more? See, it's actually a very serious thing, oh, but yes, but you just have to just move. Like you try your best. Don't kill yourself, but just try your best. Like there are two font family. Please, how do we use them? Just use one. One is enough. Oh no, one is enough. One can be used for the heading. I think they're not the same thing. One is used for the heading, one is used for the text. So that's like very fine. Just look for the one that is for the heading, look for the one that is text from what you use. I'm using Brave browser. Well, I think Brave might actually allow some Chrome extensions. So you should just try to check it first. Please help on CSS grid layout. Oh, what exactly do you need help on? That's Liliosa. I don't know if I spelled that, if I pronounced that correctly. Apologies for that. So not email. I signed up with the Google option, but now only login with Google option is available. No option to. Okay, if you sign up with Google option, it's just normal way. Like I don't think it's only unless you use that Google to continue. So that's one thing about Google. This thing. Aside, you want to go and change your password and use that email. So try that. Okay, somebody's also saying in the previous task, oh, Django task. Sorry, I'm not a Django developer, and I'm not sure I can explain Django task. That will be for Django class. Okay. Then somebody also asking how to build a portfolio website with paragraphs, word, the nav, Dave. What should I do to arrange it? Okay, navbar. Paul, we'll discuss about navbar today, Sha. We'll discuss about navbar. So just be rest assured. We'll discuss about navbar. In the previous task, there was to build a portfolio, my paragraphs, top navbar. Please, what should I do? Okay, same this thing. Stop spamming the distance, Paul, please. Please just stop spamming it. I don't really like spamming, like when it gets too much. No. It's a Chrome extension. It's a Chrome extension. It's a Chrome extension. I've written it out to the chat so you can see it. Colorzilla, I think. And the chat is there. It's a Chrome extension, so you don't have any issues about it. Okay, good and fine. So let's just move on. So now it's now time. The time is now. I don't think I have other questions to answer here. Sorry, Oluwafemi, I'm not sure that's actually possible. Because most of us checked and confirmed the link multiple times. Oh, sorry about that. Like, please, apologies about that. Could we get more teaching concerning CSS unit, how to calculate those pixel? Well, there is a unit converter that you can also see online. That's CSS unit converter. You can check online to see CSS unit. There are several sites that does that for you. That you can convert unit like pixel, whatever. So you can just type in maybe 16 pixel is 1M, is 100% this. So there's a unit converter about that. So you can just try to check this out. So you know what you need to use. Okay. Then somebody's asking, is the assignment going to be on VS Code? Which assignment, please? No, the assignment is not on VS Code. They're still going to use a replit for it. Because, oh, sorry, let me just check. Let me confirm that, please. Submission mode, repository link. Yeah, okay, this is what you're submitting. No, you do the assignment on VS Code, you push to GitHub, or you just create everything on GitHub. Then this is what you're submitting. This is what. I'm sure you submit this, so don't go and submit another thing. See how it looks like. See how it looks like. I'm sure you submit something like this. I know this one. Right? Let me check if it's going somewhere. Page not found. Just ignore this. But I sure you submit the right thing. It should not be 404. Your own should not be 404. Your own should show what you have. Ensure that your own shows what it have. Ensure that your repository is also public. I'm saying this now so that you guys can understand. Ensure you make your repository public. Don't make your repository private. Ensure your repository is public. Okay. Okay, good and fine. Ensure your repository is public. I'm trying to say it over and over again so that you don't say, okay, you are graded because it's 404, but you can access it. And ensure you follow the video correctly. If you have questions, ask. There's no crime in asking. I think in my DM, I've tried answering a lot of people. Okay, Manuel Chima, the quote is not ending now. This is just week 4 or something. So I think what is it called? Before it ends, you will know. You still have other weeks though, close to about 5 to 6 more weeks. But that's fine. Okay. Yeah, week 5 is GitHub. Week 4 is Replit. Yes, week 4 is Replit. Week 5 is GitHub. Week 5 that I asked for GitHub is GitHub. Don't make that mistake. Okay. So I've done the CSS flexible, but I need the guides on CSS grid layout. CSS grid layout. You need guides on that. CSS grid layout. Let me see. Let me see what that is. It's just a normal design. Ensure you link your HTML, your this thing together. Let me be able to access your grid or this thing. If possible, do a navbar. Just put a link, a small link that just says I should be able to check your what is it called? Your grid assignment. This is not going to be difficult. After you watch this video, you'll be able to do this. Put any color. Any color is fine. You may not need to look for the colors. Any color is fine. But just make this layout possible. Okay. This one that we're having people that want us to discuss about week 4, I would have to honor questions before I even move to that dodo, which is going to reduce our time and all that. Okay, for week 4, for example, the line height margin, we are not giving more details in the style guide for week 4. Does it mean we should just, yes, you should use I. Sometimes you design with just I. Just try your best when you get the images. Just use I. Try to like calculate the how should this be. Try, you will get it. That's one challenge about a front-end developer. A probably may not be given the design. See this now, this I want to build. I don't have a style guide. I will just try to inspect and also sometimes use my eye gauge. Okay, please, can you explain report task? Which part of report task should I explain? Yes, one Replit account. What you're expected to do is ensure that your naming, you can add a link to your, what is it called? To your week 4, like a link, use a nav or something. Put one as grid, one as list. It also says it should be inside the same folder. Please, only one of my tasks was graded for week 3. Yeah, all your tasks will be graded. All your tasks will be graded. Okay. Okay. So what do you have today? I don't know if you have more questions. Are we good, or what do you people think? Should we move on? Should we continue? Or we should just pick questions and probably just do questions to the end of today? What are your thoughts? Please, can one link direct from link? No, don't link. Download it, please. Don't download it. The word, Digi word. Please try to download it. If that file does not exist again, then that's all. Okay, please. One task was graded. Okay, just do the rundown of the week 4 assignments. Rundown of week 4 assignment. I think I just did one part of it, but I'm not sure I'm going to be building week 4 assignments. how are we doing that? You have to watch the video before you can be able to achieve it for assignment. What is just expected of you is just to replicate what exactly you have on the design. And you have the style guide. You can go extra miles to get the layouts for that. So I think that's very fine, Henry. How do you make photos on? Okay, I think we'll cover that also today. Let's just learn the portfolio. Okay, please. Okay, I don't know. Should we start to do those sites? I think I'm able to say we should start. Well, I'm eager to also start to build with you guys because of time. So I don't know. I'm eager to build with you guys. So I just don't know. But the guy is on the drive. I just have to pick up questions as a major function of office hours, and so actually build what we need to build. Okay, I think we'll start. Then probably answer. So let's we still have 4 weeks, a week 4 ahead. Okay, how to access the videos? To access the videos is post. You go to post. Every video is in post. Just look for the week you are looking for. Look for the week you are looking for. Like example, week 7. So go to a LMS. No, video is on the LMS. Resources on post. Is on post. You see resources on post. Go to post. Go to post. Yeah, Chidubem, it's not like I don't want us to create it, but I just need to like answer these questions, and so that they don't just feel ignored. Okay, this is what we'll do. 10 minutes to the end of the class, I would answer questions. So good and fine. Let's move to what we are here for today. So what we want to build is this site, but I'm going to be changing this image, and I'll tell you the reason why I'll be changing this image to maybe another thing, or if you want us to see this image, I'll try to retain it. But I'll just use simpler image because I inspect the site and I saw that some things it was very beautiful going into things that would make your life very stressful, like positioning. You need to learn how to use positioning, but I don't want to make your people's life very once. But maybe before the end of the class, if we are done with everything on this side, then we can come back to use this image. So good and fine. So the first thing about you building a site is for break down what you need to build. What exactly do you need to build? You need to build one, the navbar. This is a navbar. You need to build this. Then you need to build other, that's this, and maybe going down again. So for the expected first, what are we going to do? Go to our drawing board, draw a paper, or Figma, just draw a layout that you know how you want to structure your things. So first, to build this, what we'll be needing to build a navbar, before we start, so let me just do this. Let me clear what I have here. Just do, okay, site, title. Now run this. Let me just copy this out. Okay, the name of the website. I really don't know the name of the website, but let me paste it for you guys to also see here. Okay, I'll send the name of the website for those that need it. Okay, so let me just open this up. So this is what I have here. Good, cool, and fine. So let's start. The first layout we'll be having is the header layout, which we were taught what header is. So header is just like a content, like a div. Header is a div. Small letter, please. Header is a div that is used to like section whatever you need to build. So I have the header, and in my header, like I said, header is a div. I have two things in my header. Before then, I have a nav, which is like telling me this is a nav body. So what I can just do is create nav. Then if you notice in this my area, like I said, you need to get a pencil or maybe a book or Figma or a drawing board that you need to be able to section, align whatever you are building. So for me to do this, I can see that I have one box here, and this is also like in another box. So meaning I have two boxes here. So for me to do that, what I will just quietly do is one, create a div. And here I'll have my logo. Then the other div, I'll create another div. And this other div, I would have my links. Yes. So with this, I've been able to say, okay, I've been able to section these two at a different place. Like I say, you always need to get a book. Okay, you zoom my screen, or even though I extended my screen to be on a very big screen. I want to be sure people can see my screen now. I want to be sure if you can see my screen now, if it's better. Okay, so I think it's supposed to be better now. It's supposed to be clearer and great. So I have another div here. Oh, I missed out the I. I have another div here. So meaning these two divs are in a navbar. Then for my section in here, I have this, that's a div, then sorry, navbar, then the two divs inside. So the thing I will do now is, having done that, I'll now check how can I flex. This is my result that I have now. Let me show you my result. Nothing actually, just text. My result is just text. Nothing serious there, just text. So having done that, what I will check out for again is how can I make them go line by line. Then there's an HTML. Let me create a CSS, my CSS file. So let me just create my CSS file. Link ref. Is it ref or rel? I think it's rel. Style sheet. This, then I would have my href, which is going to include my style.css. Good and fine. So the first thing I would want to achieve is how can I split this my site into like 1 year to make it on a straight line. There is a attribute like CSS style that is called display flex, and I've already told you people what display flex does. Display flex does it automatically. Let me remove all this. I don't need this for now. Display flex helps you to like I'm not sure, maybe website link, please. I've shared it on the group on this chat. So display flex helps you to align something on a straight line. That's what display flex does. And there are also CSS properties that can help you change like flex direction. Let me show you. Let me give an example. So you have this. So I will be styling my nav. Let me I'll be adding attributes to my nav so that I can style it. Class equals um nav bar, I'll just copy this and go and put in my style sheet. In my style sheet, I'll just have dot. Don't forget the dot sign. Then I have this. Then yeah, I will be doing something called display flex. Sorry, display flex. Display flex will help me to display what I'm doing, to display it flex. As you can see, it's now on a straight line. It's now on a straight line. That's the power of display flex. Then, if further, there are some ways to change this. Probably maybe you're on mobile and you need to bring this straight back. There's also an what is it called? A CSS element that's called flex direction. It's normal English. What is it called? HTML is English language. Just know what to call it. Know that terms, and you are very good to go. So I say flex direction, column. You can try all this out. This flex direction. Check all the attributes on it. You'll be able to get something out of it. Flex direction column. What will it do? It will bring it down to this thing. Then if I use flex direction role, which is always the default of display flex, it will bring it on a straight line. But I don't need flex direction since the default of display flex already is flex direction role already. So good and fine. We have this. Then the next thing we will be working on after we've been able to achieve our first thing that we need to do first is now placing the image and also the navbar. So I'll go with the image first. I need to just download this. Let me download, save as, let me download this. Okay, it's an SVG image. Okay, downloaded. I've been able to download this. So I'll just put this in my file. So I can, what I do is one, because I don't want things to get messed up. I'll create an image source. Let me just remove this. I don't need this. Delete. Yes, delete, please. I have the image. What I downloaded just now, the logo. I will just come here. If you guys can see that screen of my logo. Okay. I'll just copy the image. I'll drag and I'll drop it inside the, what is it called? The image source. So I can rename it. Rename it, I'll give it dodo.svg and fine. So I've done this. So because I want to make it reflect in this my index.html, I'll just remove this logo. It's a placeholder. Then all of you know what this thing does already. I should please send the website link again. Okay, let me resend it for you. I've resent it. Okay, so now that we've gotten the image, we would want to reflect it on our site. All of us know what image is already, like image tag is img. Then so that I would avoid clumsiness, I will do this. Yeah, img, then src, which is like source, then the image. What's the directory of the image? Simplicity, I can just do, see, they already giving me options that suggesting it for me. The replit only does this, but on your head, you need to know, you need to put the right part also. So I have images, then I have dodo.svg. Good. Then I can now put alternative in case the image does not exist. Then I will say logo. Then I can now close my div. So I've added my image. Let me see what I have adding the image. Good. The image has been added to the site, but it looks too big. So for me to do that, to reduce the image from being too big, what I can just do is come here, create a class, name it img-logo, Then I can as well copy this and go to my style and I'll style it. Style it, I'll just do dot. Remember the dot. Then do this. Then what's the name of this? What I would need to, because it's too big, then that means I need to reduce the width. Then I can give it a width because it's a logo and it's going to look almost the same on mobile, on desktop. So what I can just do to it is just give it a pixel width. So people should learn how to use width from padding and also margin, and also you need to learn the basics of that width and margin. It's always a very serious thing because the moment you what is it called, you mix up with padding, you would have a very horrible site and you would not be able to do responsiveness in a very good way. So know when to use width, know when to use padding, know when to use margin. Very key. Look for a course on just margin and padding. Best way to use them. Direct on YouTube that would help you. If you need recommendation, maybe message me. I'll try to get one for you also in case I see. Okay, so I'll just let me just add 50 pixel to this. 50 pixel, I know that it's not be that much. Let me just have, but may still be big, so big. 50 pixel. Oh, 50 pixel look big. So I can just inspect for good sake. Let me just inspect. You need to learn how to use inspecting, all these inspecting tools also. So inspecting tools will help you. So if I do this and I click on this is the image, then I see that the width is what? Okay, the width here is 4. That means I'm not taking the shape. Let me see. Am I missing something? Oh, sorry. I'm not on the right route. I'm not on the right route. Yeah, so this is it. So let me refresh. Yeah, so this is what's 50. 50 is small. Inspecting this is telling me that 50 is small. 50. So I can use this and increase and try to always know how to use inspecting tool. Look for a course on it. Learn how to do debugging, CSS, this thing. It will help you. So I can just increase this and see to my taste. Then to my taste, I can see that 100 is okay. 100 is okay. So I can just go back to my site and say width 100 pixel. This has reduced a lot of things for me. This has reduced the problem of trying to put 60, trying to put 70, trying to put 80. So putting that 50 has reduced a lot for me already. How did you download the logo from the website? What I just simply did was right click, then I click on save image as. That's all. You see how to download it. Then copy and paste it. Okay, somebody said they sent it on Slack. I actually sent it here. Maybe there's a restriction of me sending. I don't know. I sent it here. I sent it to the group here, which is HTML dodo digital. But you can see it. This is it here. You can probably copy it. Okay. Let's just continue. Don't let us get kind of carried on. Let's just continue. So having this, what I will do next is now I've been able to do this my own page. Then it remains this part. But I'm noticing that this stuff and this one, there's a space between it. As I say, space between. There is space in between both of them. It's English language. Say that it's English. So what I can just do now is go to my navbar. There's HTML, there's a CSS attribute called justify content. I've told the people what justify content does in one of my classes of the way to justify content and align items. Justify is something like this. Align is something straight like this, like straight. So justify content, space between. Saving this and checking what I have, I would see my link has gone to side by side. Great, I have my link here now, which simply means I'm almost done with my navbar. But next thing I need to do now is to create the about or service and work page, the work part. So what I will just do is go back to my index, where I have links. I will remove this. I'll remove this. I'll remove this. So I would say, what is it called? A tag is for links. So I'll do my href, which is like I want to link to something, which is like True, what's it called? I'm moving to another place. I want to link it something. So I would say about. Oh, sorry, I use capital. About. Oh, why am I still using cap? Why am I cap lock? Okay. About. Then I can close it. Then I would say about. Okay. Good and fine. So I can do dot slash for this, but because I don't have an about page, so it's only telling me that what page am I trying to route to. But I don't have an about page, so anytime I click on that page, it give me wrong something. But anyway, let's just leave that for now. Let me do this, then I'll do this. I need to go and turn off this suggestion thing that okay, suggestion is actually okay. Then the next one I have on the site is what? Service, then I have work, which is going to be service. Services. Then I have the last one, which is work. Work. Good and fine. Let's check what we have with this. Let's see. Good. We already have service on work. We have the three already here, but we've not still gotten into the right place. We've not gotten into to what we want. What we're expecting to do is this service, there should be space. Do you get? It should be like this, but still ours is not there yet. So how can I remove? First thing I want to do is I would want to remove this underline that is here. I would want to remove this color. But first, let me remove this underline. How can I do it? There is a CSS property that would help you do that, which I'll just look for. Or what I'll just do next is come here, create a class. Give my class a name. What is it? Nav link. Let me give it nav link. And I can just copy the same class because it's one same class that they will be having. Copy it, paste it there. Copy the same thing, paste it there. Then I will style my nav link. Just copy this. And I'll go to my style.css. I'll do this. Dot v. There's a CSS property that helps you to what is it called? That helps you to okay, CSS. Okay, sorry. Somebody just paste it on Slack channel. CSS attribute that helps you to what is it called? Remove the underline, which is going to be test is a decoration now. Is a decoration normally, and you don't want the decoration. They should not decorate our thing for us. So it's called text decoration. There are a lot of CSS properties, but you can't put everything on your head. Just know what to use at the right time. For now, you may not be able to put everything on your head. But since I know I have because of my own experience, I have a little of them on my head already. There's still some that I will still have to Google. Like how can I do this? Google should be your best friend. So I have text property, text decoration, then I'll say none, which means I don't want anything. Remove whatever you want to give me. I don't want it. That has removed the underline for us. Good and fine. So the next thing we would want to do is one, we would want to make this, we want to add spacing to this set. And one easy way we can add spacing is just using because I want it in a way that I don't put it, I don't want to make it like look so big or something. So what I can just do is now I can add margin or sorry, padding, or maybe margin left, because I don't want to use the what is it called, justify content property or something. So let me just use margin left because I need to put a margin left. I need them to have a margin left in them. You know what margin does already now? Margin just gives it a space. Padding is inside the box. Margin is outside the box. If you have a box, if you want to merge a box, you are reducing the box. If you are padding the box, extending the box, take it that way. So margin left, let me just give it, let me say 10 out. Why is this error still here? Okay, that's gone. Great. Okay, so margin left, let me now refresh. Tada, good and fine. There's more space here. Well, let me start a little more. Let me just make it 15. and this is actually looking, this is our site is already looking beautiful already. 15. Maybe just the header we'll be able to do today, or no, not just the header, but other pages. Not everything on the page, but we'll continue it in probably next week. All of our section probably we're trying to build this site, then also teaching JavaScript with this site. Okay, so good and fine. What to do next is writing. Okay, this one is just the button. So let me just add the button. So my fifth place that I would have in this part is button. If you should see, there's a button here which I've not added here. A tag is different from button. So what I'll just do is create a button. That's a button. Then about let's chat. So an image or a logo there if you have time, because I'll think that means I would have to teach you about font awesome and how to do that. But so that will not waste a lot of time. I'll teach you before we're in this project. So I have this, which is button, which is let's chat. Let's see how the button looks after I've been adding that. Good. See the button. Wow, beautiful button is there already. So, but it's not having the margin and padding and all that. So what I can just do is nav. In the comments below, let me know. Are you guys following? Do I need to do a recap? How are you guys coping already? Is it making sense? Is it looking overwhelming or something? Let me just know in the link below. So okay, good and fine. So note, this is the button nav, and let me see. Is it black? So let me just put the color, background color. Okay, thank you very much for the comments. Background color black, good and fine. We've gotten this. So let's see what we have. I really want to see what we have already. Let's see. What did I spell wrongly? Button have background color. Let me just change it to background. Okay, but his background he wanted to work. Background color was not working. So background. You need to learn how to interchange that once in a while. Then it also has a color, the text color, which is going to be color white. Good. So let's see what we have. Great. We've been almost able to achieve our navbar already. It's coming up. So, but we are not still getting it because this color still looks different from this. And if you can see this, see the way it looks big. Then it also has the font size and font family. But ours is not having that yet. So what I will just do is also having a font weight. What I will just do is let me perfect this section now. So doing that, for me to do that, what I just need to do is first add the font size to this, then add the, okay, sorry, my this thing just went off now, my light, but so I need to reshare. Okay, good and fine. Oh, okay, so is let me style this perfectly. What I will just simply add is what is it called, the colors, which is black. Okay, so I already have a nav bar, which is this already. So what I'll just do is add a color to it, which is like color is for text. Color, then I'll say black. Then let's see if that's taking effect. Yes, now we have it as black, but now it's not looking nice. It's not as bold as this. So there's something called font weight. You know what weight is now. For those people that are lifting weight, probably you know what weight is, how heavy something is. So font weight, I would have, let me say, 900. There's no pixel in it. It's 100 to 900. As you can see, it's already telling me it's black heavy. That's the mean. That means font weight, since I'm using black, then it's an heavy distance, depending on what I use. Let me see. Yes, it's bold now, but it's not as big as this. For me to make it to be big as this, let's check what is the font weight that I'm using, the font size that I'm using rather. So the font size is what? The font weight is 700. The what is it called? Why am I not seeing that? Font size is 17. Good. So what I can just do is go back to my own. They said theirs is 700. Then the font size is 17. Font dash size. Oh, they just brought my light back up NEPA. Sorry, I'm in Nigeria, but that's fine. So 17 pixel. Sorry, let me just connect back to my, yeah, good. Fine. I'm trying to connect back to my what I was connected to before. Pardon me that I'm a Nigerian person that I have to just shout up NEPA. Oh, don't worry. Oh, that'll be fine. Okay, good and fine. So we have this now. Font weight 17 pixel, font size 17 pixel, font weight 700 pixel. Okay, don't worry, they'll be lighting your place very soon. Sorry for that. So let's just save and see what we have. Oh, good. I think it's a bit big and it's good. It's better now, which is just, yeah. Okay. So, but I think that still looks big. That's because of the font family they're using. And I don't think we would want to. Okay, let's try to add font family. Let me look for the font family they're using. Let's see maybe we can get that. Let's because google.com. I hope I'm correct. I hope I'm correct. I hope I'm... Okay, so let me just search for what the font. Let's just use. Okay, what's happening? Like how? Please. Okay, so let's just use this font file. Let's look for any font family, but I think let's just use Open Sans, or let me look for anyone. Poppins. I like Poppins. Poppins is always a very good font family that I love so much. I love Poppins. I love Google Fonts. Wow, why is this loading very slowly? Like I just don't know my network or something. Okay, it's coming up. Is it good now? I don't know. Can you guys hear me? I know not this. Yeah, it's fun. You guys. No, I'm not in hotel free man. I'm just here. So let's just go back to what we were trying to. Let me just look for poppins. Where's poppies? Where's poppies? Where's poppies? Where's poppies? Yeah, this is it. But it's still breaking. Okay, let me just see if I can change my network. Let me see. Let me change. Let me switch my network. Let me switch my network. I would break a little, like I will go off a little, but it will come back. But now I have to just switch my network so that people can probably hear me very well. So, so I believe you should be able to by now. I switched my network. Okay, it's okay now. Good and fine. Thank God. Oh, I don't know why this always does not happen to me every time. Every time my class is going nicely. Anyway, so let me just use this. I'll be using the 500 medium on. So I'll just add plus to it to know what I'm going with. And what I'll just do for me to Okay. For Becca's sake, I'm trying to go and restart my router. I just restarted my router now. So I just want to know. Sorry that I have to break and just come back. But I have to restart my router so that we don't have this anymore. So that we just stop breaking and it just connects back and it's okay. So I would like to know. Sorry about that, guys. Like sincere apologies about that. I don't know why that just keeps happening, but in a normal day, it doesn't happen. So I think I need to just improve on my fasting and prayer for my network so that it just stops fucking up anytime I'm in an interesting class that I'm liking too much. So I apologize about that again. So let me just know if you guys can hear me now. Is it better? Is it clearer? How is it now? I feel bad so easily. So sorry, apology that my voice just went down. I don't like when things are not working. So am I better? Okay, yes, it's better. Okay. So please apologies, sincere apologies about that. I really don't like it myself because it draws me back and it also makes me lose focus sometimes. Okay, so Poppins, the way I copied this, I don't know if you guys followed. What I just did was this is always very important, and this is what you copy. So when I copied this, I had to add it to my link, my index link. This is it here. Oh, sorry, I did not copy it to the end. Let me check something, please. I'll copy this, then I would have to paste it here. Uh, okay, then as I have this, yes, I don't like it when things are not working. Like I just get bothered and it gets to piss me off a lot. I've been having a bad week, but I think I'm very fine now. So good. Now we have our this thing bolded, big. Not even though it's not like it, but it's looking almost like it. And yeah, this is almost what we have. But we still need to work more on this because one thing I can see is that this stuff is not aligned. Like, see, it's not aligned. This one looks as if it's down, while this, but in their own, it's on a straight line. So how can we do that? That's the magic of aligned items. Aligned items help you to align your work in the what is it called? If you are going to carry me Ali, I'll follow you. Don't worry. I would like to follow you. I'm going to carry me to wherever we're locating to. I sure there's light and there's food. I like food a lot. I think people would have known. If you know me very well, you'd have known that I like food. Okay, so let's just do the plus. So in this part, because I need to make it aligned, so I'll just use the align items, align dash items. Say that align that item center, which is trying to say everything I have here I want them to be in the center, like in the center, let it be on a straight line, let them just align. They say align on a single line. Like when you do for us that went to school, or those that went to school, they just tell them that okay, align on a straight line and you all file on a very straight line. So that's what I want to do here. I want them to align. Good and fine. You can see drop down a little. Now we look at them closely down a straight line. So we've done that. So one thing we need to do next is one thing we need to do again is how can we make it look in this like there's a space here, there's a space here. Please, I know what everybody's mind will be is yes, this is time to use margin, this is time to use padding. Don't use padding for this. Use the width element for this. Width to make it look evenly. Don't use margin left, margin right or something. Width is the best to do things like this. For it to be on a straight line, for it to have this, width is the best to do it. So if I'm to use width, what will I do? Let me say I can make this slide a straight line. In the comments below, somebody can just suggest for me. How do you think that would work? Where should I put it? Okay. Okay, I think you would have gotten where it should be. Oh, you enjoy chat section more than what we're doing here. Oh wow, sorry. Uh, okay. Okay, so let me put this next, which is, well, that was not encouraging to Aliu, but that's fine. So I would have to put this. I want to put the width. I want to add a width to it, which I'm going to just say width. No, not in the body. Abiodun, you tried, but it's not going to be in the body. It's going to be on the navbar because yes, it can be on the body for now, but I don't want. I think Abiodun is absolutely right, like 100% right. But because of this image that is here, this image that is like floating an image actually for you for information. So I will not put it here. But you are right. Let's put it on that body. Body looks very okay since I want everything to be on a straight line. What I will just do is, but I know I'll still be changing it later. What I'll just do is come here. Oh, sorry, Abiodun. Here is better because there's a background on everything. So I don't want to make that body like that. So the body, because the body will have to have that background. So what I'll just do is probably in the header, I created an header. So I would say width. Let me give it 80%. This is when you use your percentage. When you are trying to style the width of a body, you use percentage. You use percentage to be able to align it. So that's good and fine. That's good and fine. Let me refresh and see what I have. You see what happened. It brought it to this part. Like it's now like it's not in the center. But what I'm trying to achieve is this should have a space here. This should have a space here. That is the power of margin auto. What margin auto does is it helps to say anything that is on the left, it happens on the margin auto works for the left and right. So it says give an equal spacing to the left and right, which is like left auto, right auto. I want my thing in the center. That's what margin auto does. So if I just put it here, margin auto, now it's going to get confusing to a lot of us, but I'll try to break it down better. Margin auto, and you see it brought it to the center, almost like what I have in Dodo. Good and fine. But what actually happened there? Yes, I added a width. So this width is trying to say I added a width of 80%, as you can see here. I added a width of 80%. This is the width. Okay, on the header rather. I added a width of 80%. You can see that yellow line, which is trying to tell me that this is a width, there's a width here. But the margin also says left and right, take equal spacing. It's now saying take equal spacing, which is making it look okay. Yes, big. Why not 100%? If I say 100%, it's going to take all the whole spacing. What I'm trying to say, no, don't give it 100%. I want just spacing because I need this. I need the space between every other thing. I need it to be like this. I don't want it to be what is it called, different. Good and fine. So this is now good. I'm happy people are getting out that use the width. But now there's more space in here. There's more space in here. There's more space in here. But ours is not still having that space in here. So let me add more space into this thing. And what I can just do is come to my developer to check. Okay, this is it. Margin left. Oh, then now let me just increase it more. Or let me use the margin right instead. So instead of left, I'll use the margin right, which I can still add here. I can click add. No, not there. Which I will say margin right of 40 pixel. Let's see. Yeah, this is looking better, way better. So I see that margin right of 50 pixel make it work for me. So either I copy this like this, or I just go and type it over here. Over here, I need to type it out, but it just needs to be here. Anyway, then let me just remove this 15 since I think 15 will not work for me. So I'll just say margin right 50 pixel. So let's see if I refresh and save. Good and fine. We now have almost like what do have, just that our button is not complete yet. But for us to complete our button, as you can see, what is here is having a border radius. You can see this round is which is this radius. In mathematics, radius is like circle. Then there's a space in here. Like I said, the difference between a margin and a padding is Margin is shifting out of a box. You don't want a box. You're like moving things out of a box. But padding is inside that box. Let this thing, let it be wide. Let me enlarge the box. Let me show you what that means on this now, so that you understand what margin and padding does. So yeah, let me do padding of, let me put 40 pixel. Let me refresh. I don't know the difference between margin and padding. Even though we cannot complete this thing, but I want you guys to understand these basics. So you can see what padding did. Padding is extending this box. But if I use margin, see what margin will do. What margin will do. Margin just shifted it. He added more spacing. Like he added more spacing to this thing. He's not showing you, but he's telling that box that, okay, add more spacing, but leave me alone. That's what he's doing. So just adding more spacing, but leaving me alone. So that's the difference between margin and padding. Padding is padding the box. Margin is margin, like is giving it more spacing outside, while padding is giving it more spacing inside. I hope with just this little understanding of margin and padding, you can work on other things and check yourself what margin and padding does. But for this tutorial, what I want to, there's a way I need to make this thing. As you can see, in this one, my left and right gear is equal, my up and down is equal, which simply means how I can do this is, let me change this to padding. In case I want to do it on a straight line, so I can do 20 here, then this means your top, then the right, let me give it no, the top is not as big as this, so let me give it 15. Then the next one, let me give it 25 pixel, then another 15 pixel, then 25 pixel, which means top right, bottom right. So this is this. So let me refresh and see what I have. Good, this is what I have here. But when I'm looking at it, I've not gotten what I want to achieve in this part. Then I also noticed that my this thing is not as big as this. So what I will just do is, let me come and add this thing. I've not added this font weight and pops in. So what I can just copy all this here, since they're having almost same this thing. Copy this and put on my nav. And see. Yeah, so it's big enough. So I think I still need to add more spacing to my right and left to make it longer. Okay, there's a this thing here, but I'm not adding that yet, like I said. So let me add what is it called? Add more spacing here. Let me just make it 28. 28. And let me refresh and see. Great, good and fine. This is better for me. But I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, oh, since my right and left are the same thing, my top and bottom are the same thing, why should I add this for? To make my code shorter, what can I do? What I can do is just, let me remove this. I'll remove this, which is going to be, this is going to take top and bottom, this is going to take right and left. If it's true, you need to learn how to use padding. You learn how you start a video on padding, you will see how to use it in various ways. There are maybe you can use just padding, top, padding, but name them one by one. But with this way, it will still work exactly the way this was working before. If I should refresh this, nothing is going to change. It's still the same thing, which I still achieved what I wanted to achieve. And if I should inspect this, what you will see is top, bottom, and left. See, let me click on this. So you see top, right, bottom, left. You can see I only used two, but I have the 4 elements already. So that is it. If you know the basics of this padding, you are good to go, and you are good to know anything that you need to use padding for. I don't know. In the comments below, let me just know what you guys feel. Do you people understand maybe just a little basic of padding, or you still feel confused about how to use this padding? Let me just know about that, please. Okay, great, good and fine. We have another thing that we'll need to see. This curve. It's called border radius. It's border radius that does this curve for us. So for me to include this curve, what I will just simply do is go to my code, look for border radius, which is going to be where here. Then I'll just say border radius, border dash radius. Then I can now say maybe let's say 8 pixel, because I know it's not much, it's just very small. Good. This is bringing out shape. We are getting what we want to do. We are achieving what we want to do. And I'm happy about that. But I just hope you guys are following and you can see that we've brought out our beautiful navbar. So if you're having challenges about doing navbar, I hope this should actually solve your problem of how to do navbar. So the portfolio site you are building and all of you are having navbar issues, this should be a very good pointer and a great one that will make it work. I can make it 10 pixel. Okay, I will follow your instruction and make it 10 pixel as you actually advised me. That's great. I listen to advice actually. Good ones. So let me refresh and see. Good. This is it. Okay, sorry, Elaine, I'm still confused on padding and margin aspect, because margin and padding aspect is not something you can get in the video, just one. But you just need to you need to try it yourself. You'll be able to know the difference by trying. Knowing the difference by trying will make you better. So we've done this now. This is there. This is great, and I'm liking the do already. But one thing we need to do is now this background. Our own is just plain white, but they have a background here, and it looks like the background is just section by section. Okay, it's more like this is the main background color. So since this is the main background color, what I will just do is I will add this to my body. But for me to add this to my body, what I will just do is see my color picker. Why I said I love color picker so much is I will just click on this. It will give me the color I need. Then I told me that this is the color I need. Okay, I click it and I've gotten the color. Then I just go to my site. Then I go to my where I have. Then I'll create my body element, which is going to be here. Then I'll say body. Body, open, close bracket. Then I can say background. Then I can now say what color. I'll just paste that color there. Good and fine. I don't need stress. I actually don't like stress myself. So yes, this has been added. We now have the background color. It's looking very, 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 very okay. Adding margin top, just to add margin top up is to make it up. Let me see if there's a margin top. Okay, there's a margin top here because she said you should add margin top. Let me show you how margin top works. So since there's a margin top here and our own looks close to this thing, so what we can just do is come to the header part, come here, do margin dash top, which I can give it 50 pixel. Let me see what that will do for us. Is it going to be too much? No, it did not do any big thing though. So let me increase it. Okay, no, sorry, let me put it here. It's supposed to be under. Because of the margin auto, it's taking how HTML CSS work. Let me explain something about CSS for you. CSS is a cascading element, which simply means it only works with the code below. And if you see, if I like, I should add header here. But if I should come down here and I add header, everything will change. Let me show you something. See this body here. I added body here, right? If I come here and I change the body to black, see what will happen. Back. You can say there are two bodies here, but CSS would only respond to this. It will ignore this. That's why it's called a cascading style sheet. It takes only what is below. So if I should refresh this, see what it will give me. It will give me black. Why? But I added the other color, but it's going to ignore this and pick this. That's what CSS this thing does. So I just need this, I'll remove this. That's one logic about CSS. It takes the down thing. So also because there's a margin here, so it's trying to tell me that okay, because I added it here before, margin top here before. but it's telling me that okay, I'm ignoring the margin top, but what the next response it gave to me to implement to execute is margin auto. So if I should refresh this now and see what will happen, then it's now down. The margin top has been infected. Then good and fine. I think our one is kind of too much, or let me just reduce it a bit to 40. I guess this should be fine. So good and fine. So let's see what is our next thing. We've been able to achieve this header part. This is the next part we want to do. Wow, we are progressing, even though it's little by little. We are progressing. Let's see what we can do to the next part of it. So I need the aspect of footnotes. Oh, I'm not sure I really understand what you mean by that is Bernard. Okay, so let's see. Um, color extension. You need to download this the what is it called? The color picker. I said this in one of the in our previous like in this class now. You need to download this extension first before you can do it. So you just click anywhere the color is. If it's this color, you would see the changes ahead. All you just need to do is just right click it. Yes, it's an extension. The color picker is an extension. It's an extension you probably need to just look for. It's an extension. It's an extension. Okay. Oh, sorry about that, Chinibin, but you can probably come and watch it again. Color picker is an extension, like I said. So, what I can just do now is what I can do next is let me see. Is let's try to see how we can do this page. Do we still have time? We have 30 minutes. Okay, let's see how what we can come about on this page and how to do it. We've been able to achieve the navbar part, and I hope it was helpful and if people have understood how to go about navbar now. Emmanuel Chima, yes, it's confusing. What you need to learn about this thing is try to watch more about more videos on how to use the margin and padding. You'll be very, very good. You'll be very, very good with it if you can learn how to do that. Yes, it's available on Chrome. It's available on Chrome. I'm using a Chrome browser. World. I'm using a Chrome browser. I think I've said that before. So good and fine. So what we're going to do next is we'll come here. We want to do this section there. So like I said, if you can remember, I told you about box, right? When we were trying to do this, which like this is a box, this is also a box, this is also a box. So how can I do this? Wow. And I want it to be in a box way, the way this is like. So what I'll just do is come here in my index, I create, I come down here, I'm done with the other part. So I can go to my next section, which I can just create section. Then I can, in my own head, I can just put a class and say section 1. I can just say section 1. So good and fine. Let me just put this because I need to go about this on how to do this. So this is a box, this is a box, which means 2 div. So what I'll just do again is create a div, then create another div to differentiate them. Then in my first div, I can see I have an H1 tag here, which is big. Then I have a P tag, then I have a button. So what I will do first is let me create the okay, great, you understood the navbar. I'm very happy about that. That's the goal. So let's do this next and see. So we would have an H1 tag. H1. Let me close this. So I'll just say H1 and I would just copy what we have here. But I know that a lot of you, what you would be looking at this one now, create one H1, one H1, one H1. I don't need to do that. I know that they gave me 3 H1s. What I can just do is create the first one, This is it. This is what they said I should do. But as I can see, is all of them are in one row. Like they're in a single row. The way I can see it here. So what I will just do is, okay, it's grow, not flow. I missed out the grow. So what I can just do here is put all the, there's something they call span in CSS, in HTML rather. Span helps you to add things inside your what is it called, your H tags. Whenever you need to segment, add things into your H tag, always use span. Don't use a P tag inside an H1 tag. Span is almost like a P tag, but it is the normal process, the basic process, the good way you should do it. It's the ideal process. Don't use P tag, because I know if you want to do this, a lot of people want to use P tag or they want to segment it. But because I need to, the good thing about writing code is write a short code, but that works the same way. That's very beautiful. Somebody can read that code very well in that way. So I have this way. But let me add a class here also. Class the dash title. Let's see what I have first. I've done this. So let me refresh. See, it's just on a straight line, which is not what I want to achieve. That's the power of what is it called that I taught you then. The flex direction and the display flex. So what I'll just do here is come over to my tag, scroll down, come here, do dot v, then do this. Then I will now say display flex, which is currently displaying the flex. Nothing will change. Nothing will change. If I refresh this, nothing will change. But now, because I've added the span, so I need to make all of them go on a straight line. So that I'll do flex direction. As you can remember, I'm styling the H1 tag, and the H1 tag is inside, all the span are inside that H1 tag. So they're like taking it as different div. Flex direction, column. And let's see what it will give us now. Hey, we've been able to make it this way, and I'm happy we've done that. Good and fine. Who is this? I don't want us to use BR. Yes, you can use BR. BR is one of the best way you can do it, and it's the easiest way you can actually do what I just did now. Adding BR will not stress you, but because I need to style, if you can notice, see this color is different. I need to style it. That's why I had to use span. You need to calculate of things you need to do ahead and before you try to do them. I don't use BR because I need to style this. Span allows me to be able to say, let me go back to say I can add class to span. For BR, I can't add class to BR because I will not want to add a close, open and closing BR. I can't add class to a BR. Yes, you can use break, but break will not work in this context. It will not flow very well because of I need to style the grow. So I can now say grow. Let me just leave this for now. Let me just make sure that I'm using the font size. I got the font size I need to use. Let me inspect this and see what I have. What is the font size I used? It's going to be very big. And there is a font size of 110 pixel. Wow, that's large. And 1 line height. Okay. So I'll go to my style. I have my header title. So I'll just go to my header title and come here and say font size. Font size. Then I'll say 110 pixel. Then I check what I have. Oh, good. We are coming up. We're getting to that point that we need. But this thing, I'm using Poppins. So I'll just copy my Poppins font, what is it called? Since that's the font this thing I want to use. Hey, we are almost there. Like I can assure you guys, we are almost getting there. We're close to it. But now, if you can notice, there's a space in here. I don't want you people to be using padding for spacings like this. If I need to add text to this Spacing padding is not the best thing to use in between text to make line this thing. There's something called line height. Line height function is to give spacing. Okay, this also text, what the spacing should be below. So if I come here and I had something, the title, like I said, line height, and I put there is 90. Let me make it from the start so that people understand what line height does. Let me use 25 pixel first. Let's see what we have. You see what line height function does. To shrink it. It will be clumsy. Can you see what line height does? It's just shrinking it. So the line height will be giving it more spacing. So let me inspect and show you what line height does and why line height is the best thing to use for tests like this. So this is my line height. So the more I increase it, the more it goes. The more I increase it, the more it goes. The more I increase it, the more it goes. The more I increase it, the more it goes till I get to where I want, which looks like 1 to 2 pixel is best. 1 to 3 pixel is best. So that's what line height does. It's just to increase the line height. So let me say 1, 2, 3. If I should refresh this, whenever you copy something, you put it. Whenever you use developer tool, you have to copy and put it in your CSS. Developer tool is just assisting you to put it in the right way. So good. Now I need to style this color. What can I do? Because I've added a span here and I've put a class glow. So it will assist me to come here and say dot grow. Yeah, everybody wants to grow up, which is very nice. I can also say color, and I need to copy this color. I can still carry my developer this thing color picker. Why I love color picker so much is because of this. Oh, it doesn't want to give me the color. Why? It doesn't want to give me the color. Okay, that's giving me. I can copy it from here. So I've copied it, and I will just paste here and do refresh. Yes, we've gotten what we need. This is coming up nicely. I wish there's a longer time for us to finish this up. I really want us to finish it. But if we can't finish it, I know we'll finish it at some point. Good and fine. We've gotten what we need over here. But this thing is not in the center, it's not moving the way this one is. So what I can just do is I don't add the margin yet to it. So what I think, oh Mabiaru, why didn't you just use BR? BR is not really something I think it will be very, very okay. So what of the girls are? What's that? I don't really know. Maybe that's not me. The font looks the same. Does it not look the same? Yes, the font does not look the same. Yeah, I just use that. Anyways, that's actually fine. With BR, one could still just span and grow alone. Yeah, but why should I waste a lot of time to do BR then do span for grow alone? I can just because I probably may need to change or do something else. And BR is a very, very bad thing I really don't like because if I do a text, oh, I'll show you one effect of BR now. I'll show you one effect of BR and why I always try to tell people avoid using BR. BR will not make your work look very okay. I'll show you an effect of BR. Let me do this text part and I'll show you the effect of BR. So I have that text. So it's a p tag and it's going to be under the what is it called? The H1. So I have this. Then I just paste it inside. Then I have it that this is bold. I can just use a B tag. A B tag is bold. B means bold. B or strong. You can either use B or strong, but I love B so much because it's easier to press, and I know it's next to A, so it's something that's very, very easy for me to press. So this is where it ends. Is it? Yeah, I guess so. Okay, good and fine. So let me see what we have here. Refresh. Good, but we've not gotten it to be that big the way we expect it to be big. Okay, so what we can just do for this is Let me increase the font size. Let me see the font size they have here, and we'll increase it respectively and see what we have. Uh, bold. They have it to be 24. Oh, thank you guys for the nice words. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Okay, so we would have. Let me call my p tag. Let me give it a name. So I'll give it a class. Class. Then I can say, let me just call it any name. Social. Always use a reasonable name, the name that somebody can see and understand. But I'm using social, which is very wrong of me. So let me just put header details. I know. See, one thing that happens for every developer is that trying to get name for something, it looks very tiring and very annoying that you have to put name because you don't know who might pick up your code the next minute, and this person is seeing names like Kafaya, like Toby, like, you understand, as a tag. Why will you name your tag as Toby? Why will you name it as Toby? Why will you name it as Jollof Rice? No, please just name it in the name that somebody look at it and it will look very good, and it look crazily and brilliant. So other details, and let me just say font size. Big tag is like bold. It's just short form of bold. Font size, yeah, bold. Font size, let me say, I gave it, well, what did I give it here? Let me see. The font size there is 24. So let me just have 24 pixel. Okay, so let me just refresh this and see. Oh, our site is coming up. Our site is coming up. But I'm not sure the 24 pixel looks okay because that looks bigger than ours. So let me see. Let me just add more. 24 is not okay for us. So let me just say it's 2. You can add anything actually, like just make it to your taste. I think I prefer this. So for the person that was talking about BR, then I know that if it was you, what you would have done to this cost is probably adding BR. Add cost BR. Let me show you the effect of BR and why I always tell people try not to use BR unless you know that the thing is not going to change. So if I come here and I say BR and I close this, then I now go back to my site. Don't hate BR. Let me show you what BR is, what it does. So let me try to resize this. Okay, I've not refreshed, sorry. Let me refresh. Because I'm using BR. Try to, yes, BR, I agree. BR is giving me very cool thing here. But let me resize this and show you what BR will do for me. Let me resize. See what BR does for me. Normally, this and is supposed to be here. But because I use BR, see what it's doing for me. See. And this is not what I want to achieve. It's not like trying to tell me that it's cutting it for me because I'm using BR. When you're trying to do responsiveness, BR would have a very quick effect on you and it will tell you, oh no, you've already given me a BR, so I'm not going more than that. I'm not doing anything than that. BR is very ridiculous. Try your best not to use BR because you can't go and remove BR on mobile unless you want to start doing what is it called? You're assigning responsiveness. So you don't need to, what is it called? BR is something that I would advise you. Don't use BR. BR will fuck you up. Sorry I use that language, but that's fine. Okay. So don't use BR on things. Try in as much as possible to remove the number of BRs you have or your this thing. Use span instead. Break it. Flex direction. You can when you're doing mobile responsiveness, you can change it. Use width for things that are big. You can use width to reduce the size and make it okay. Oh, thank you, Bernard. Thank you, Freeman. Thank you very much. Okay, good and fine. This is great. This is good, like for you. If you have any comments, you are not understanding or whatever thing you're having, the difficulty you're having, please let me know in the comments below. Let me just see, maybe we can go back a bit. Oh. Yeah, B tag is easy to press. That's why I love B tag. Instead of me writing strong, that I may probably misspell. So I don't want, because sometimes common to spell strong is difficult. Okay, so okay, good and fine. We've been able to do this and we've been able to achieve this, which I'm happy about. Oh, sadly enough, we have just 13 minutes. And I don't think I can look for extra time, but I will try my best to talk to the next mentor if you can give me the space to try to see maybe we can complete this before the end of next week, because I would really love us to complete it. Then one great thing about things like this is that you can watch it, create your own, and good. You add it to your portfolio, you built this yourself. Who is this Tinder hot person? Please, the person should just stop spamming this chat. But that's very fine. That's very fine. Can you use both pan and BR? Yes, but I just showed you what BR does now. BR is shit. Like, who does that? Who wants to use BR to spoil your website? BR will really, really trash you and make you feel very bad when you're trying to do responsiveness. Can we use gap instead of line height? Sorry, gap will not work if you are trying to use gap. Gap majorly is for right, left, and something. That's what gap does. That's what gap does. Okay. I would love us to complete it before next week. You know, if you do private, I'm not sure I can do private class. Unless probably if you want private class, you want me to attend my class, then you need to cause what is it called, Zuri on it, but I'm not sure that is possible. So probably we can have a class on that to see how we can complete this site and people get to know the basics and know what B tag, what P tag, strong tag, and I'll try as much as possible to use the padding, width, margin, the correct way that people would continue, will be able to understand it lesser way. So good and fine, we will be able to add this. Then let me add this chat. Then we'll look for an image to add. Let me add the button. But if you can see, let me see something. My button here and button here looks alike, just that a little difference. So what I can just do is, let me come here. I have a button tag here. Where's it? Where's it? Where's it? Where's it? Where's it? Where's it? Okay, this is it. So I just copied this. I copied this. Then I come over to this side. Then I paste it. For this time, I'll change it to button head, because I still need to add more padding to the top and right, I guess, I think, from what I have in that style. Okay. Now, yes, so I have done pass. Data remind me. Sorry about that. Like, I just don't know why that the time is always very, very fast when people are doing something very nice and helpful. It's always like that when I'm in school too, though. Whenever I'm playing football, the time always run very fast. But whenever I'm in a class that I don't like, that is boring, the time is always very, very, very slow. But anyway, that's actually very fine. So I hope you guys just understood, and this is good. Okay, thank you very much, guys. So let me just add more. What's it called? Padding, since I know that there are more up padding in this than the way we have on the other one. So I'll just add more padding up for it. So let me just make this 20, 20. Then probably this should be 30. 30 pixel. So let me just refresh and see. Oh, I've just 10 minutes more. I don't know why this time is running. So I don't know where it's going to. We know we've not been able to add an arrow. In our next class, we'll add the arrow. But for now, let's add this side image. This guy's image is ridiculously big and I don't like it. But let me save it. But I love the design. I love the concept about it. Those that built this site were very wonderful and talented, which I give them that credit for that. So I've downloaded this image. So I'll just add the image here. Let me just add the image. Where's the image I just downloaded? Oh, it has not downloaded. Why this image is big? 1 point something MB is giving me time to download. Is my data that slow? It's not moving. I don't know why the image is not downloading. Why? Let me see again. Ah, it's not moving, it's not downloading. One thing I can do is just let me just um let me go to free pick. Let me go to free pick and just go and look for one fine person, which is it says advert. Let's look for adverts. We will look for fine person. Oh, and they use Glow. You see, even Glow they don't even download. That's very, very bad of my network. My network is so bad to that extent. Glow is actually a very good network, but it's just slow in some places. So what image can I use? 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 I'm trying to get a good image that speaks a lot. Um, or I think probably I may need to go to Canva. Uh, just type man. So let me see what it starts for me for man. This is just wasting our time. Maybe I should just use this. But this background, good and fine. This is an opportunity to teach you one other thing people may need to learn. Yes, it's not something you may need now, but let me just show you. Since I'm doing this, um, what happened? This is downloading, even though it's 19 MB. Wow, that's big. So let me just show you something very, very interesting. Freeman, that's very funny, but I'm not sure. Let me show you something very, very interesting. Like you would love it, you would love to see it, you would want to do it, and it's very, very because I know sometimes you would always look like there's background in this image. How can I even remove it? How can I do this? And it's like bothering you, you don't know what to do. So let me just rename my image to image IMGS. Okay, so let me just where is this? Okay, my image. Yeah, I've added it here, which is IMGS um dot JPEG. Okay, good. It's imgs.jpg. So I can come here this other day, call image src imgs.jpg. Oh, don't mind me. Sorry, please. Sorry about that. Okay, so we have I'll just leave that for now. So we have this good and fine. Let's see what this will come out to be. Oh, why is my image not showing? Okay, that's one mistake people make, and I've made that mistake also. Not properly aligned, like during the normal part, which is images slash, yeah. I missed that. That's one mistake everybody used to do, to try to not routing the proper way. So let me refresh this now and see. Why is it not still showing? Let me check. I probably am still doing something wrongly. What's wrong? the image is not even loading. The image is not loading. It simply means it's actually too large, I guess. It's too large. The image is too large. Oh, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Let me see this. Let me see this. Copy image address, and I will just do this. Oh, 7 minutes. Well, I'm very pained that this time is running like, and I think we'll not be able to finish this thing. And I'm very, very pained about that. So let me just copy this and paste. This is looking very large, but anyway, that's fine. So let me refresh and see. Okay, sorry, it's even here. Oh. This is the image. But like I said, we need to add a display flex on this and also the image part. So that means in this my where is it? Header title. No, this Dave. Sorry, this section one. Since I want both of them to stay on the same line, this section one, what I will just do is have this section one and style it so that they can be side by side. I've told you what display flex does. So come here, do dot section one, then I say display flex. Good. I've displayed it flex. It's going to be on a single line now, on a straight line. Yes, it's there. But I know a lot of people will be like, "Oh, this thing is having background. I can't remove it, and it's bothering you." Let me teach you one CSS trick that a front-end developer needs to know. I learned it when I started also, so I know that you may not probably see it anywhere like that on normal tutorials, but it's just something you just need to know. How can I remove this background from here? How can I make that image stand on a very good way? What I can just do, the trick about that is just use something called mix blend. Mix blend mode. See, it's giving me other this thing. Then if I use darken, see that white this thing is gone. Like image blend darken, that image is still there like that, but image blend darken has made it move away. So I can just copy it and go and paste here on my image. Where is the image? Okay, I'm not giving the image tag. Let me just call dot image dash add this my index. Let me call it also my index, the class image head. That's one trick a lot of developers just need to know. You learn tricks. Programming is not hard work, it's smart work. Smart work and you'll be good to go. All you just need to do is put that smart work, browse, you get what you need to learn. You will get it correctly. So if I refresh this, I will have my beautiful site without the background that is disturbing me. That is, if I let me just uncheck it so I see the background white, but I removed it. I don't need it. So this is very, very nice. Like if you can do this, you will not even have any issues. You will not do any this thing. This is awesome. I love this already. Okay, now let me make it like the width. Let me just make it smaller so that it look like a perfect site. And I will end for today. Uh, mix tag name is called mix blend mode. Mix blend mode. I will try to send out this code to the Slack so that people can go over it and see what I did in the code. Probably you can read through and run it yourself and see what you have. So I'll do that for your sake, for you guys. Okay, so I have that. Then what I want to do next, I would want to do that my section. I would want to give it a width. So that to align with the dodo there, with the image distance. So yeah, I'll just say width 80%. And I would put the distance also. Margin, like I said, margin also very important. Let's see. Oh, our site is coming up. Wow, this is massive. But this image looks big. It looks too big. So I can just reduce this image because of this thing that is there. So let me just reduce it. Let me add a width to it. Let me add a width to it. Width of, or should I say 100%? Oh, 100% is not okay. Width of 600 pixel. Oh, okay. Then I think this one will not work. Let me just start the date of the distance of the box. That's the box covering the image. So let me just say width of 80%. Let me reduce it more. Oh, it's floating out. And I think this is a bit better. Or 100%. Yeah, this is the right way. Put it 100%, then style the image also. Give it a width of, then reduce the width of this 80%. Increase. Oh, this is looking not good. This is not looking good like I want, like I expected. So I don't want to have anything more than 100, even though I know that if I'm doing it alone, I will do it. Oh, it's because of the box that is there that is making it look like this. So let me just give it a 100 pixel and see. Let me just do this actually. Let me just do this. Let me just do this. So let me just copy this and say our time is actually up. Our time is up. I'm rounding up because I think another mentor needs to work on. There's supposed to be a class now. Okay, this is just where I'm going to stop for today because the class needs to start now. And so sorry, apologies, guys, but I know we'll move on our next class and see how we can finish this up. Probably if I get the class or if I get the chance to go over the class again, then we'll continue this. This is looking beautiful already, and I'm happy we did this today. Okay, guys, I still remain Sylvercodez everywhere and anywhere you want to chat me up. I still remain your front end mentor.